Greg Tepper, Dave Campbell's Texas Football and TexasFootball.com here in College Station, balmy College Station at the state 7-on-7 tournament as he wipes his brow with the new head coach of the Ponder Lions, Coach Marcus Schulz. It's good to see you, Coach. Welcome. First of all, congrats on the new gig. It's the first time I've seen you since the move, so congrats.
I appreciate it, Ted. Appreciate you obviously having me on, and it's good to be back in some red.
Let's talk for a moment about the move. You had a good thing going down there at Humble. You make the move across the state up to Ponder. I read the press release and all that about what a great fit you were for Ponder, and I agree with that. I want to reverse that question though. What makes Ponder the right move for you?
I think obviously it was things were going in the right direction. Humble's a great place, and I appreciate the opportunity that I had there, and the coaching staff that's taken over there is going to do a great job. My defensive coordinator ended up getting the head job, so Coach Murphy is going to do phenomenal things there and continue kind of what we started. But, I think Ponder, why it's right for me is, obviously the staff and administration are phenomenal. Coming back to an area that I'm familiar with, we've been gone for so long. My wife and I are both from that area. All of our family live in that area. And, we wanted to get back to that one high school town. We wanted our son in a community that supports everybody in the community, wraps themselves around the athletic programs and the school district, and I think Ponder is exactly that place.
Because that's a little bit of culture shock. You go from Humble ISD, which is a huge school district, to Ponder. So does anything kind of change in the way you go about business, or is it just kind of Marcus Schulz football?
I don't know about Marcus Schulz football, but I think everything. Yeah, you go from Humble High School, where we had 3,000 students, to Ponder ISD, where we've got about 1,600 in the entire district. But I think we operate the same way. I was lucky enough to bring some of my coaching staff from Humble down to Ponder with us that are from that area as well. And so I think, we're going to operate the same way. We're going to operate the same as we did in Splendor and we did in Humble, and, execute and take care of the little things and make sure that our kids are focused on the little things and doing those things right. And like I've always said, when you get the culture changed and the little things taken care of, the big things as far as the wins and the program will start turning around.
I can't help but notice a theme of when you take over a job. It's a job that's got good bones but maybe in need of a spark. So I'm interested when you talked to your guys for the first time, address them as a head coach for the first time. What was your message to them?
I just told them, we're going to be who we are. Some of them had seen some things on Facebook and some of my previous interviews, and so we're going to be energetic. We're going to fly around. Our kids that are there's a good nucleus that's coming back. And some of the kids that are coming back, obviously, we've got some great pieces to that puzzle. But some of the younger kids are obviously stepping up, and they're learning our system. And so they know that we're going to be energetic, we're going to have fun, we're going to fly around, and we're going to be dedicated to them and make sure that they know that we're there for the long haul. We're not there for 1 or 2 years, and then we're going to leave them. We're there to build the program from the elementary, our Ponder Pals program organization, all the way through, and those kids are going to learn our system and what we do and our terminology, and we're excited about that.
Some of those pieces of that puzzle are going to be on display here in College Station. Just the second time Ponder's ever been to the state 7-on-7 tournament. I have to imagine that's got you pretty fired up that these guys are at least moving in the right direction.
It does, and like I said, we're going to be young. Some of these kids weren't on that group last year that came down here, but some of them are. We bring back Case Peacock. Case Peacock was a wide receiver last year that had 1,550 yards receiving and 17 touchdowns. Cooper Reynolds is another piece to that offensive puzzle. And so having those guys back, and then having some of our younger guys step up. We got a quarterback that was a freshman last year, be a sophomore, Gage Ersch. We had Brannick Sorensen, Colin Ussery on the defensive side of the ball, Gianni Ice on the defensive side of the ball that are coming back. And then we had a Tyson Price who has been a good addition to what we're trying to do. And so having those pieces and having the opportunity for those guys to start meshing together, these last couple tournaments have really meshed together and they're getting to understand. And those guys are playing offense and defense now. Whereas in the past they had just played one side of the ball, and so Case is leading our team in interceptions, and he had never played defense before, and so we're bringing him over the defensive side, and having him on the defensive side has been huge.
So what, from your perspective, and I know drives some coaches nuts that they can't coach. You're out here as a spectator. This is welcome to my world, man. You just get to sit and watch. It's great. What are you looking for out of your guys out here in College Station?
Just a lot of communication. I want our kids to communicate. I want them to be leaders out on the field. Obviously we have a couple dads, and Rory Peacock, which is Case's dad, and Royce Reynolds, which is Cooper's dad, that are running the team and the coaches of the team. But I want our kids to be able to make those adjustments, be able to make those calls on their own, and seeing that as a coach on the sideline, being able to adjust and make those adjustments themselves is huge for us as coaches, and just being able to see that they're going to be able to go out there and take charge of the field offensively and defensively, it's pretty awesome.
Coach, congrats on the new gig. Can't wait to watch your Lions.
Appreciate it, Tep.